Hey everybody, I am back today with this month's Cut of the Month Club cut file. So here is our gorgeous cut file for August. It's so pretty and so versatile, easy to pull together layouts with this cut file. I'm going to go ahead and back it with some of these gorgeous 6x8 papers from Simple Stories Meadow Flowers collection. I have two photos I'm going to be working with today. So I'm going to go ahead and back that cut file, and then we can pull our layout together. In addition to Simple Stories Meadow Flowers collection, I have a set of beautiful flare from Scrap and Happy Studio, as well as some pretty sequins that we're going to be using today. I decided that I wanted to have a pattern paper background. My cut files seem to work really well in the center of this pattern paper, but it is a little too thin for my liking for a background. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to trim off the branding strip on this paper, and then I'm also going to go ahead and adhere it to the back, or adhere it to a sheet of white cardstock. Now, this cardstock is, again, thinner cardstock from my stash. It's not like a nice heavy cardstock, but when you put the two together, you have enough substance for a scrapbook layout. I'm going to adhere these papers together with some Tear It tape from Spiegel Mama Scraps. Again, I love this tape. It works so well for these kinds of larger taping projects. The next thing I want to do is just adhere this cut file to my background. I just adhered it down with some tape runner because I didn't want anything that would be too sticky. I also didn't want to have a lot of dimension on this particular page. It's going in my 2024 album. It's going in my first one, which is already pretty full, so I want to make sure that any more pages that I add to this album do not have a lot of dimension. So I'm just going to adhere this right down to the pattern paper. Next, I am going to mat both of my photos just with some of the scrap paper left over from backing the cut file. I really love that yellow paper. I think that's the one I use, or maybe I use this blue. I guess I use the blue. The pops of yellow in this Meadow Flowers collection is really nice because it just kind of zhuzhes up the whole collection. The rest of the colors in this collection are really muted, but then this yellow is pretty saturated. So now I can kind of decide where I want my photos on this layout. Since Logan is kind of facing the facing to the right, I'm going to place the two photos on the left so it kind of looks like he's looking into my layout as opposed to looking off into space. I have been really enjoying leaning into embellishments, prepackaged embellishments, my last couple projects, and this one is going to be no different. It used to be, and sometimes I go through spurts. I always love to do stamping and to do my own titles and die cut stuff, and you will find a lot of that on my channel, but the last couple projects I've been working on, the last few 12x12 layouts I've been doing, I have just been really enjoying sticking and plunking die cuts and stickers. I really love Simple Stories sticker books. They're so good, you guys, like so good. They're nice matte sticker papers, so like you can write on them. They are a little bit thin, but they're not like washi tape thin. Like you can maneuver them, and they're not heavy cardstock stickers, but they're somewhere in the middle. And I don't I don't mind that at all. And they're not clear. So I decided to use some die cuts and this one page that's in the sticker book that is all these really large flowers. And I end up using this entire sticker page of large flowers on my layout today. I also used stickers to pull my title together. I used this happy together is my title, but both words were part of different sticker pieces. I kind of pulled them together. I love these big sticker clusters. Now let's talk about these flares. These are from Scrap and Happy Studio. Now she has expanded her business and she has a lot of different kinds of flares. So she has epoxy flares, she has canvas flares, and then she has these junk bucket flares. The junk bucket flares are they are like a canvas flare, but they're not thick. So they're a little bit smaller. The circumference of the circles are a little bit smaller. And then they are much thinner. If you've ever tried the canvas flares from Scrap and Happy Studio, those have a little bit more dimension to them. These are sort of like the canvas flares, but they don't have as much dimension, which is perfect for this project and perfect to have in my 2024 album, my first volume 1 that's, getting chunky. So that's perfect for this kind of a project. And the junk bucket flares have a different aesthetic to them. They're very kind of vintage and, shabby chic kind of looking. They're beautiful. So I chose a pack that I really, really like. It has these pretty, pulls in some of the deeper blues from this collection, and I'm just gonna pop 3 of them around on top of these sticker clusters that I have built up as well. And I will make sure to link all of these products in the description box below. The Simple Stories Meadow Flowers collection that I've used, the Scrap and Happy Studio flares, the sequins and tear tape from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and of course the monthly subscription to Cut to Use, Cut of the Month Club. I always enjoy a scrapbook layout where I can mix and match and play with all of my favorite products and companies to create a scrapbook project. So everything will be linked in the description box. So there's the basis of our layout. Now we just need our last little detail, and I am going to go ahead and pull in some sequins for my last little detail today. I upgraded my crystal katana. Well, I'm going to say upgraded. And I'm trying out a new one from Gina K. This is the Gina K Pick and Stick tool. I'm using it to adhere down my sequins. I will say right off the bat, whether the wax tip, I'm not sure. I'm still working with it. I don't want to say, yes, this is the most amazing thing ever. But I will say that the size of it, it's a little thinner than my crystal katana, and it does fit in my hand much nicer. It's almost like a little pen size. And so I do really like that about it. I like the size of it. It has a nice hand feel. So I do enjoy that. And it does seem to pick things up, and it does seem to work really well so far. So we'll see how it goes after I work with it for a little bit. The only thing that gives me pause about it is that when I first opened it up, the tip of the wax part fell off, and I was like, what? But I don't know that that's such a good thing. So we'll see if it keeps falling off, if it keeps crumbling, or if it was just got banged around in transit, but we'll see. Here are all of the close-ups for my video today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful week. I have some projects filmed for the upcoming week, so you should have some content coming at you for sure. And have a wonderful day. Bye.